तैयारी अड्डा 24/7 India's #1 government job preparation app.
Good morning everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers Adda 24/7. My name is Amanjyot and we are here to discuss another MCQ series on principles and practices of banking. So let's start the session. Before starting the session, a very good morning to all of you. Now do share the session with your colleagues also who are preparing for the same exam, okay? And apart from that, if we talk about principles and practices of banking subject, so we know it's a basically core subject to know that how banking is actually working. And that's a kind of easy subject, I can say, because maximum thing which we are reading in the PPB subject is actually you are already doing practical in the bank, okay? So that's why this subject is easy for all of you. So let's start the session. Before starting the session, first let me know audio, video, both are okay, we are good to go. Is everything okay? So before moving to the questions, first of all, if you have not downloaded the Adda 24/7 application yet, then do download the application, because in this application you will find multiple quizzes regarding your practices. Okay, it will be helpful to know the current affairs. It will be helpful to know the basic banking awareness. You will get magazines here. You will get notes and articles on the current issue. Everything will be available here. Okay. Now the next thing is, if you have not subscribed the Officers Adda 24/7 channel yet, then do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Okay, so good morning to all of you. Do share the session with your friends on the different social media. You are already linked to them. So let's start session. One important thing before starting the session, those candidates who are live in the session, do like the session once. Okay, let's start. So the first question is, a depository holds the securities in which particular form? So the first question is asking that when we talk about depositories, in which particular form depository maintains the securities? Is it a digital form? Is it a physical form? Which form is it? First is saying demat form only, second is saying physical form only, third is saying demat or physical form, fourth is saying role of depository is not to hold the security. It's like depository is working something else on something else, but it's not working on holding the securities. So which of the following is correct? A and C. A and C, two options are coming. I think this is simplest question. Why you are getting confused in A and C? That's the simplest question for today's session. If we talk about that in today's session, what is the simplest question? This is the simplest question. Now, which of the following will be right? A and C, two options are coming. There is no need to confuse between A and C, because depository is what? Depository is simply which convert the physical security into electronic form. Okay, depositories are simply converting the physical security in electronic form and depositing in its investor's demat account. Now, what is demat account? Demat is nothing, just a dematerialized account. It's a like of bank account in which you are maintaining your securities in form of in electronic form. Okay, so the right answer will be A, demat form only. Don't confuse with the physical form. It is not correct, because the depository's work is to convert the physical security into electronic form. Okay, how many depositories are there? Do let me know. How many depositories are there? 1, 2, 3, 5. How many depositories are there? Okay. So apart from depositories, if we talk about demat account, one important part is that all the persons, all the investors who have demat account, they have to deposit or have to link the PAN number with their demat account, so that all the income from the share market will be also recorded with the government. Okay, so in the year April 2008, SEBI has made it mandatory that all the persons who have demat account, they have to link their PAN number with the demat account. 3 depositories are there. I'm not talking about depository receipt. These are two different things. When you talk about depository receipt, that is different. Depository receipts are the receipts which used to sell your shares in the foreign market. So when the domestic company is using a certain platform to sell its shares in the foreign market, that is depository. So your shares electronic form will be issued to another country with the help of depository receipts. I am talking about only depository, that is CDSL and NSDL. CDSL and NSDL. These are the depositories. Okay. Now, next question. Question is asking, when principal interest payment is overdue for more than 30 days but less than 60 days, the account comes under which of the following category of stressed asset? So the question is asking when the principal or interest amount has been not paid by the customer from 30 days to 60 days. It means more than 30 days and less than 60 days the customer has not paid you the principal and interest amount. In that situation, which type of category you have explained that particular condition? In the stressed assets. So which category is it? SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2 or NPA? And also give me the full form of SMA. What is the full form of SMA? Let me know. Second is B. Everyone is going B. No, some are saying A also. Krutik is saying A. And Gangadhar is saying C. Rest are going with B option. Sunil is also saying A. What's the full form of SMA? What is the full form of SMA? Okay, it is a special mention account. So if we talk about bank's asset is simply means your loans and advances. Asset means when bank is giving loan or bank is giving advances to the customer, that is known as assets. And assets are divided into two parts. First is a standard asset and second is NPA. In a standard asset, we have two parts. First is stressed and second is regular. So in a stressed asset, we have a special mention account. These special mention account helps us to early identify the bad debts. It means when you are talking about a special mention account, these are the solution by which you can let yourself that which particular loan account of all the loan accounts of a bank can go to the NPA. So these are the special mention accounts which helps us to early identify the bad debts and to early identify that which of the following bank accounts can go to the NPA. So when we talk about the loans special mention account, first is when 1 to 30 days. The first installment, the principal or interest has not been paid, then it will be known as your SMA 0. Okay. But if we talk about 31 days to 60 days, it will be your SMA 2. Sorry, SMA 1. And when we talk about 61 to 90 days, then it will be known as your SMA 2. And after 90 days, it automatically goes to the NPA. After 90 days, what happens? It becomes NPA, it becomes non-performing asset. Then the substandard asset, doubtful asset and loss asset comes. Okay. So the right answer will be your SMA 1, that is B option. A special mention account 1. And these are the account which helps us to identify the bad debts, early identify the bad debts. Okay. Let's move to the next question. In case of pledge, ownership is with dash and possession is with dash. So what is pledge? Pledge is a type of security, is a type of collateral you are giving to the bank at the time of taking loan. Pledge always remains movable. It's a movable security. If we talk about pledge and hypothecation, both are movable. If we talk about mortgage, mortgage is immovable only. Okay? So you can easily identify what is mortgage where you are providing immovable security. But when it is pledge or hypothecation, both are movable security. So you have to bifurcate those or you have to differentiate those on the basis of the ownership and possession of the security. So let me know, in the pledge, the ownership of the product or the security will remains with bank or borrower. Which of the following is correct? Third is D and C. Two options are coming, D and C. Achha, if we talk about pledge, there is pledgee and pledger. Okay, there are two parties, that is pledgee and pledger. See, when we talk about pledge now, the possession remains with the lender. Okay, the possession remains with the lender, and if we talk about hypothecation, the possessions remains with borrower. Okay, now pledgee is who? Pledgee is the person who, pledgee is the lender of yours. It means bank will be known as pledgee and you will be known as pledger. Okay, the possession of security will remains with the lender. It means simply possession will go with the bank. It means the ownership remains with the borrower. So the right option will be D. Okay, right option will be D. Don't confuse with it. In hypothecation, it will be right answer will be C. But in pledge, right answer will be D. That in pledge, ownership remains with the borrower, but the possession goes to the bank. Let's say, for example, if I talk about gold loan, that's the example of pledge. In gold loan, the gold's ownership will remain with me, but the possession will go to the bank. Okay. But if we talk about hypothecation, let's say I have taken a car loan. In car loan, what happens? The car remains with me and the papers will go with the bank. So possession remains with the borrower in hypothecation, but possession remains with the bank in the pledge. Okay. So right answer will be your D option. Next. Fourth question is asking what is the main objective for issuing Kisan credit card to the farmers. So which of the following is the main objective after the reason or the main objective of issuing the Kisan credit card? If we talk about Kisan credit card, it was introduced in the year 1998 and it is a credit facility provided to the banks, provided by the banks to the farmers for the production purpose. So the first is saying to provide institutional credit to the farmers at the cheap rate of interest. Second is saying to support post-harvest expenses. Third is saying working capital for maintenance of farm assets and activities allied to agriculture. Or fourth is saying all of the above. So which of the following is the objective of issuing the Kisan credit card? Which of the following is objective of KCC? So fourth is D. Everyone is going with D. Okay. So right answer is your D, that is all of the above. All of the above are the objective of Kisan credit card. That first you have to provide institutional credit to the farmers at the cheap rate of interest. Second, to support the post-harvest expenses. And third, working capital for maintenance of the farm assets and the allied activities to the agriculture. Very good. Next. Bank guarantee and letter of credit are categorized as which of the following? Non-current liability, current liability, contingent liability, or your any of the above. So which of the following is correct if we talk about bank guarantee and letter of credit? Which type of liability is it? A, B, C or D? Fifth is C. Okay. B and C, two options are coming. Okay. So the right answer will be contingent liability. Your right answer is contingent liability. Okay. What is contingent liability? Contingent liability is simply a liability, or we can say potential loss, which bank has to bear, which depends on the future outcomes of a certain event. Okay. So what's why, for example, when we talk about contingent liability, it means, what does it mean? It means that it is a loss, or we can say it is a situation, or we can say it is a potential loss which a bank has to face. And bank has to face this loss or not, it depends on the future possibilities or chances of a certain event or certain outcome. That is your contingent liability, and that's what bank guarantee and letter of credit is actually works. Like letter of credit, in for example, if the party refuses to pay the payment, in that situation bank has to bear the loss. Or in bank guarantee, if we talk that the another party defaulted, the counterparty defaulted, then bank has taken the guarantee on behalf of the party, na? So bank have to bear the loss. So these two are the conditions in which the future events or the future outcomes of a certain event will let us know that bank has to face a certain liability or not. That's why these are known as contingent liability. Okay, next. So the main function of an asset management company is to which of the following? So what is the main function of asset management company? AMC. First is saying holds is property for benefits of unit holder. Second is saying hold the securities of different schemes. Third is saying manage the funds by making investments in different types of securities. And fourth is saying none of the above. So which of the following will be right answer? A, B, C or D? So when we talk about the asset management company, which of the following is the function of AMC? Is it A, is it B, is it C or D? Okay, C option is coming. Everyone is going with the C option. Right. Okay, everyone is going with the C option. That is correct, that manage the funds by making investment different types of security. When it is investing money in different types of security, that will be known as your asset management company. Acha, there is one more type of company, that is ARC. Like this is AMC. Now next is ARC. What is ARC actually? What is the full form of ARC and what is ARC is actually? What are these type of companies? If you know the answer, then let me know. Otherwise, do write in the comment section that we don't know, so that we will discuss and we will move forward. So what is ARC stands for and what type of companies are they? So answer the question. Okay, so full form is Asset Reconstruction Company, correct. And what are these asset reconstruction companies? What are asset reconstruction companies? Bad debts, asset reconstruction companies. Okay, so when we talk about asset reconstruction companies, these are the companies which purchase, which purchase NPA from the bank and then sell in the market and will generate their profit. So asset reconstruction companies are the companies which introduced to purchase the NPA of a bank and then sell in the market, then renovate it, reinvest it or reconstruct that particular asset and then sell in the market and earn their profit. That is asset reconstruction company. Okay, so simply we can say ARC is the company which helps banks to recover their bad debts, to recover their NPAs. Okay, that is asset reconstruction company. ARC used for recovery purpose by companies. Yes, correct. Banks are also using this, na? Let's say for example, I have taken loan from the bank or I have given as a security my house and I am not repaying the loan of bank. Now what bank will do? Bank will simply sell my house and recover its money. So bank can do by itself by doing auction of the property, or bank can directly sell to the ARC. Okay. So bank has two options. When the amount is big, bank directly sell to the ARC. When the amount is a small, bank do perform auctions. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect in relation to SHG? Acha, India's first asset reconstruction company was established in the year 2002, that known as Asset Reconstruction Company of India, ARCIL. Okay, that's the first ARC of our country. Now the question is asking which of the following statement is incorrect in relation to self-help group. First is saying self-help groups follow Panch Sutras. Second is saying one person cannot be member in more than one self-help group. Preferably number of members between 10 to 20 should be there. More than one person from one family become members of self-help group. So which of the following is correct? Sorry, incorrect. The question is asking which of the following statement is incorrect about self-help groups. Acha, also tell me who introduced the self-help group bank linkage program? Self-help group bank linkage program. Who introduced this? Seventh is D. Everyone is going with D option. That more than one person from one family become member of a self-help group is incorrect. Okay. Now also let me know who started the self-help group bank linkage program. Now those candidates who are live in the session, do like the session immediately. Okay, very good. So right answer is D, that more than one person from one family become members of self-help group. This is incorrect statement. Okay, now let me know who started self-help group bank linkage program. Very good, Suman. On the recommendation of SK Kalia committee, we have started self-help group bank linkage program. But which organization, which bank started this? The recommended committee was SK Kalia committee, but RBI started it or NABARD or any other ministry. What is their right answer? So actually it was the initiative of NABARD. Okay, on the recommendation of SK Kalia committee, NABARD has introduced the self-help group bank linkage program. Okay, and NABARD is the central apex bank for the agriculture rural areas. Okay, next. Mr. A pledged certain goods to Punjab National Bank for taking the loan from bank. So then the bank received a notice from the income tax department to hand over the possession to them for recovery of tax areas in favor of Mr. A. So which of the situation will be built there? What should the bank do? So bank's charges will prevail over the recovery of government dues. Second, the recovery of bank loan and the recovery of government dues equally. Third is saying the government dues shall be recovered first, and if there is any surplus that can be used for recovery of bank loan. Or last option is any of the above situation can be done. Okay, so bank has given a loan to the customer. Okay, bank has given the loan to the customer and customer has given the pledge as a security. So bank has to recover the loan from the pledge security, and also at the same time income tax department arrived there and asking that you have to give first the tax liability to us, then you can recover your money. So what situation will occur there? What a bank should do? A and C, two options are coming. Okay. So the right answer will be C option, that the government dues shall be recovered first, and if there is any surplus that can be used for recovery of bank loan will be done. Okay, so the right answer will be your C option. Correct? Next. Now let me know, out of 8 questions, how many questions you have answered correctly. How many questions you have answered correctly? Now those candidates who are asking about the new batch of PPB subject, so the individual PPB subject new batches are starting from 5th of September, and there is a target batch is also launched on 16th of August, which is running right now, in which from the 5th of August the batches of the PPB subject will start, and there is also a crash course. Those candidates who have started preparation late, for them there is a crash course also available, so you can go with the crash course also. So to enroll in any of these products, you can use the code Y496 and you will get 78% discount here. Apart from that, for the mock test practice, for the questions practice, as you know, you can go with the Macmillan book, or another option is that you can give online test. Now better will be the online test, because you know you have to give the exam online. So to enroll in any of these particular products, you can use the code Y496S. And if you want also CAIIB preparation, as we know, after qualifying the JAIIB November attempt in the next year, you are going to go with the CAIIB, then you can go with the Mahapaks. In Mahapak, all the live classes will be available, all the video courses will be available, all ebooks will be available, and apart from that, all the mock tests will be available. So everything will be available for you at a single place. You do not have to visit again and again the application and find out that which particular batch is for your use. Okay, so you can go with the JAIIB and CAIIB ka Mahapak. That will be for 12 months validity, useful for your next attempt also. Okay, so 6, 8, 6, 7, 8, 5, 7, 5, 6. Okay, this is the score of all of you. So that's a good score. Okay, if we are practicing 8 questions daily, so 6, 7, 8 will be a good score. Okay, so let's end the session. Before ending the session, if you are new to the Officers Adda 24/7 channel, do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. And do like the session, share the session with your colleagues also who are linked to you on a different social media platform. Okay, so let's end the session. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time, 6:30 AM with the another MCQ series of PPB. So thank you all for joining the session and stay safe.